Hello, I'm Dr. Karen Lozano, professor in the Mechanical Engineering Department here at UT RGV. Are you ready to learn about the importance of the RGV Science and Engineering Fair? According to Pew Research, Hispanic workers make up 17% of total employment across all occupations, but just 9% in STEM occupations: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Representation of the Hispanic community in STEM areas is of utmost importance to build infrastructure nationwide. Education statistics of the RGV reveal that most adults do not have college degrees. Less than 20% hold a bachelor's degree here in the RGV compared to 38% nationwide. Latino students have a strong potential to participate in a globalized world. They have the language and knowledge of different cultures. Our RGV holds so much potential. It is well known that experiences influence academic outcomes. Experiences have a strong effect in neuroplasticity, basically how our brain changes with specific experiences. Participation in experiences, such as well-designed science and engineering events, can be the first step towards planting a seed and instilling future goals. We invite you to participate, to jump into the wagons of opportunities and experience science and engineering. It has been reported that participation in science fairs promotes better understanding of science inquiry and positively influences students' attitude towards STEM careers. Scientific demonstrations are of most effective methods to inspire awe and respect for the natural world around us. Observing the outcome of an experiment or having the opportunity to do hands-on projects establishes a deep understanding of the connections between the textbook and real-world experiences. Here in the RGV, we are committed to make the Science and Engineering Fair a great experience. We are looking forward to see your hard work to make your science fair as memorable as possible. We will show you during the day our labs and provide you with fun and engaging activities for you and your families. Participation in the Science and Engineering Fair will also set you ahead. You will be able to make better choices in high school and as a result will be better prepared to travel the STEM pathway in college. The RGV Science and Engineering Fair is hosted by our university, UT-RGV, and is a collaboration among the College of Science and College of Engineering and Computer Science. Now, my colleague, Tim Sears, professor from the College of Science, will explain the steps to develop a project to participate in the Regional Science and Engineering Fair.
Hi, my name is Tim Sears. I'm the Fair Director of the Rio Grande Valley Regional Science and Engineering Fair and an Associate Professor of Practice at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. The purpose of this video is to help you, the student, teacher, parent, or mentor, get ready for the fair by explaining basic information about the fair, the competition rules and guidelines, the categories, the judging criteria, and advancement to the state and international fairs. So let's get started. Before we get into the guidelines for the competition, we need to know what the competition is. Our Rio Grande Valley Regional Science and Engineering Fair is one of 14 regional fairs in the state of Texas, and the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley is proud to host this regional STEM competition. We're also proud to be one of the long-standing regional fairs in the nation. Students in our region have been competing for over 60 years. Our fair is affiliated with the Texas Science and Engineering Fair, hosted by Texas A&M University, and the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair, known as the ISEF, hosted by the nonprofit Society for Science. It is the world's largest pre-college STEM competition. Our regional fair has two divisions: a junior division for middle school students in 6th through 8th grade, and a senior division for high school students in 9th through 12th grade. Students may compete as individuals or as part of a team if they conducted their research as a team. Teams are limited to teams of 2 or teams of 3. If your school district or school has its own science and engineering fair, students must advance to our regional competition through that lower fair. If your district or school doesn't have its own fair, you may register directly for the regional competition. We understand that not all districts or schools may have their own fair, and that not all students attend a school, and we don't want to exclude anyone from presenting and sharing the STEM research they're passionate about. Now let's talk about the rules and guidelines for the competition. All middle school and high school competitors must follow the international rules and guidelines found in this manual here on the Society for Science site. The purpose of these rules is to promote ethical research, including protecting the safety, rights, and welfare of the student researchers, adult sponsors, and any human participants or vertebrate animals that might be involved. They're also used to ultimately determine high school students' eligibility for competition at the international level. Make sure when conducting research that you and your adult sponsor adhere to these guidelines, which are updated each year. Your adult sponsor may be a teacher, a parent or guardian, or a research mentor outside of school. First, you have to choose a science or engineering project topic to investigate that really interests you. For science projects, you should think of a research question to investigate, and for engineering projects, you should think of a research problem for which you can develop a prototype or model. Coming up with a good idea that is doable, safe, and that really interests you can be the hardest part. So focusing your idea and limiting your scope leads to a doable project. Maybe you participated in a lab investigation in a science class, and you want to extend that investigation to learn more. Or maybe you solved a problem in an engineering class that you want to explore more. Maybe you have noticed an issue in your community or environment that you'd like to address or improve. You can conduct your research at home, at your school, at a research institution or lab, at an industry site, outside in the field, or using publicly available data like from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention site, for example. And did you know that if you're involved in a robotics competition or club, a science club, a research program at your school, a summer research program, a computer science camp, or a coding club, you can enter your work into our regional competition? Or maybe you'll develop a new idea from the work you're doing there. We also encourage students enrolled in a research course or an engineering course at their school to enter the research they might already be doing. Our Regional and Science Engineering Fair is another way for you to showcase the great research or engineering project you might already be doing. Let's talk about the competition categories. What you investigate will align best with one of the 21 categories that we use in the competition, which are the same categories used at the state and international competitions. The categories are the same for the middle school and high school divisions, and individuals and teams compete together in each category. There are categories for life science disciplines like animal sciences and cellular and molecular biology, physical science disciplines like chemistry and physics, engineering disciplines, computer science disciplines, and even a mathematics category. To help you to determine which category is best, you can find more information about all 21 categories at this website. Now let's talk about important deadlines and reminders for the fair. Our regional fair is typically held the third Saturday in February, and registration, including all project forms, must be completed by the end of January. Details can be found on our regional fair website. Your project will be reviewed by the Regional Fair's Scientific Review Committee to ensure that your project has met all of the important safety guidelines and rules. You'll need to have a project board or poster set up at the fair that follows the display and safety rules found here. Then, your project will be judged by a team of judges with in-person interviews as you stand at your project or board. Your research will be evaluated using the same judging criteria used at the state and international competitions. Judges will consider the quality of your research question or problem, your research design and methodology, your execution, how you collected, analyzed, and interpreted your data, or how you constructed and tested your engineering project, prototype, or model, your project's creativity, and your presentation, including interviews that are about 10 minutes each. What can you win? Our regional fair awards first through fifth place winners in each category, and top winners in the junior and senior divisions will advance to the state competition, the Texas Science and Engineering Fair. The best high school projects, the Grand Champion projects, will also advance to the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair. Approximately 2,500 high school students from over 80 countries compete together. We also have a lot of special awards from organizations like National Geographic, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and the Broadcom Foundation, one of our fair sponsors that promotes coding and coding clubs throughout the country. These special awards recognize efforts and excellence in specific disciplines, and some even include monetary prizes. Your interest in STEM is commendable, and our fair aims to recognize your efforts at the regional competition. One of our main goals in the upcoming years is to increase participation in our fair by encouraging students from schools or districts that haven't participated in the past to enter the competition. We received an Affiliated Fair Equitable Access Fund grant to help promote STEM research and increase participation in our region, and we look forward to connecting with you soon. Devoting time and effort to a quality science or engineering project may be the single longest project or assignment that you complete during middle school or high school, and the effort will be well worth it. Not only will you explore or find a solution to a question or problem using inquiry, but you'll be proud of all that you did while advancing your interests in STEM and even preparing for a future career. We can't wait to see what you come up with, and we hope to see you at this year's Rio Grande Valley Regional Science and Engineering Fair. Thank you.
The reason why I'm here is to compete in the Regional Science and Engineering Fair 2023. And my project is on cancer research, finding a possible treatment to cure cancer cells. And I think it's important to be here because I can actually expand my knowledge towards judges and hear their feedback on why it's important to impact society in scientific ways.
I'm here competing in science fair to present my research to others and learn from my peers, and it helps me expand my knowledge of different scientific subjects and kind of socialize with peers with similar interests.
So I'm participating in the 63rd Annual Regional Science Fair, and my project focuses on probiotics inducing cellular autophagy.
Our research was focused on zero gravity and its effects on amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. We believe that it would extend balance, stability, spasticity, and improve overall movement in comparison to a normal gravity setting. Now, this research opportunity has opened my eyes to a field I'd never experienced or ever seen before. Having the opportunity to work in neuroscience and in a research lab, I've had the opportunity to inquire many things that have just opened my imagination and helped me find things that I want to pursue in the future. So it was a huge discovery, and I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to be here today.
We're doing a tour at RGV, and I'm just really excited to be here, and I want to be an engineer when I grow up.
I'm really excited to be here at RGV Science Fair. Here, I'm getting a tour of all the labs.
It has been amazing going here to RGV and just experiencing everything that the school has to offer. One day, once I grow up, I would love to come here and just experiment, reverse engineer everything I can. Maybe, if we're talking crazy, create a black hole. Just a tiny one, you know?